see what I think about this episode. Yes, that's what we're here for. Going to see what I think about this episode. Got the camera set up a little weird today. Sorry. And I know it doesn't look good. For anybody out there saying, "Hey, your camera looks like shit," I know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Uh, how's everybody doing? Let me throw in the real microphone here. You'd think I'd be better prepared, but I'm not. Oh shit. Not prepared. Just completely, completely fucked up. All right, there we go. Hope I can still. Yeah, I hate it. I got to be honest with you. I hate it. I may want to change all of this. Whatever. Can everybody hear me? Both of you? One of you? Whoever's out there? Thank you for joining me if you're here. I'm going to get to playing the Winter Soldier here in a second, and I'm going to see if anybody shows up in the meantime. I got some thoughts about that last episode. First of all, I'm really, really happy there's a lot of action in this show. That it's just wall-to-wall action is delighting me to no end. Well, I can't say wall-to-wall. There's at least a showpiece of action in every episode that doesn't belong on television. You know what I mean? It's a big time showpiece action stuff that you're like, holy shit, I can't believe they did that on TV. You look all, what am I can't read the chat as well here. I look all shelt now, and I didn't quite catch that, but I get your meaning, I think. If I can get picked up by the YouTube algorithm again and start generating some new followers, I will upgrade to a better camera. But the algorithm has forgotten about me, and hardly anybody shows up for this. But used to it. Yeah, exactly. Me too. But so that last episode, if we want to talk about that last episode, YouTube's a weird creature because ever since that last episode came out, I got hit with some videos from these ultra conservatives that are like, oh, they're going super woke with this whole police scene. And I'm like, if Sam getting stopped by the cops doesn't resonate with you as being just plain honest and just a reflection of our community and the times, then you're not really paying attention. That ain't woke bullshit. That's ripped from the headlines. Yes, these two characters work, and not just the characters, the actors work so well off of each other. Sebastian Stan turned in a magnificent scene last episode. That therapy session with Sam was really amazing, and the emotion that he wrung out of just a simple idea is, if he was wrong about you, he's wrong about me. So he can't be wrong about you, and I'm going to make sure that he was never wrong about you. And that's great. That was just a great, great, great moment. And Sebastian Stan is really proving himself as an actor on this show more than anything else, because they never really gave him any kind of emotional arc. They got him to save his friend, and they got him to come back to he had an arc of good to bad, but here's an arc where he's lost his friend, and he's trying to reconcile with the fact that he might not be good enough. I liked it. I like that. And these two guys together, put them in a therapy session every episode. Give me a big action piece and therapy. I would watch the show if it was just that, because those guys absolutely cracked me up. And yeah, you don't get chemistry like that. Those idiots you get with every show now. Yeah, you don't get chemistry like this every day. And I'm glad that, I recognized it from Civil War, the scene in the car. I keep going back to the scene in the car. They exchange two lines with each other, and then they just kind of smile at Captain America kissing the niece. and and it's one of the things I remember most about that movie, even now. So yeah, Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie. Yeah, this whole show came from that scene, that tiny little scene. They went, okay, we can do this. We could do this, and it'll be the best buddy cop thing you've ever seen. Then hello to Mush. I'm just gonna have to call you Mush because the rest of everything after that is both too small and too many consonants for me to understand how to pronounce. But thank you. Yeah, that scene. But yeah, a big believer in that scene. These two actors are absolutely phenomenal. You can call me Mister or Mr. Either way, thank you especially for joining us. Damn, yeah, I'm futzing with the camera because I'm futzing with the camera. What do you want? There we go. Okay. This little technique of throwing the microphone into the phone did not. It picked up the sound pretty well if you went back and watched that episode later on. So if you're catching this not live, and about 100 of you will, the sound actually it didn't get copyright claims, so you could watch the whole of the episode, and it worked out. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to keep it just like this, and I'm going to keep the sound low in the background, but you should be able to hear it along with me. And I'm going to start it here in so episode 3, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Oh, I was talking about YouTube for a second, and just let me share this. The the fact that YouTube just drives the negative is absolutely killing me, because that's all I saw was backlash to the last episode that came across my feed. All right. I'm enjoying the show, and that idea of having a black super soldier that was a predecessor to Captain America, kind of like a Tuskegee experiment, who was forgotten and by history and renounced by his own government and thrown in jail. That is a hell of a plot line. I only found out later that that's like from a fairly recent run of Captain America, I guess in the 2000s. And if it happened after Secret Wars, I probably don't know about it in the comic books. And if it happened in the 2000s, yeah, if it happened after Secret Wars, it's a maybe. If it happened after 2000, it's a no. So I had no idea that this guy was Isaiah was a real character. And I love that he's a real character, and I think he's fantastic. And I think the idea that there was real experimentation done for a super soldier prior to Captain America, prior to Steve Rogers, is not only brilliant and authentic, because I mean, let's face it, they were never going to give Steve Rogers the first dose. Okay, there had to have been experimentation beforehand, and it couldn't have been pretty. And then this guy ends up in jail for 30 years. That resonates. That's a hell of a storyline. And the reason I think about it is because now it's the two remaining friends of Steve Rogers, the two best friends of Steve Rogers, who represent him morally, and the conflict that a Steve Rogers would have felt knowing that there was Tuskegee experiments on other people to make him who he, yeah, it is. MR is right. It's named as Marvel's original sin. And guess what? That's a hell of an original sin. That's so YouTube showing me all these videos calling it woke bullshit. I disagree completely. I see these same people and they came out and they didn't like the Watchmen series. Watchmen was incredible for the story that it told. And it was a story that we didn't know. And yes, it was a black story. Get used to it, people. That's all I can say. There are great black storylines, and I'm here for them. I'm here for a good story. I don't care what it takes. I don't care who it involves. I mean, we've been dealing with aliens for years in movies, and that's all just allegory. It's just allegory for other races. Watch Enemy Mine sometime and figure it out. But all right, enough of my ranting about how YouTube just keeps pushing the negative storylines when in fact this was a gloriously brilliant storyline. And if it was 2004, and that's what I heard. I did a minor amount of research to find out when it happened. I'm glad they made it MCU canon. I'm glad this is really a part of the Marvel universe. And Steve Rogers would have been devastated by this. Devastated. I'm glad Bucky never told him. Jesus, this is the kind of thing, you know, Steve was never going to renounce democracy, but as a concept, but he would have renounced a government that did that to people. And yeah, that's powerful shit right there. So I look forward to more of it. Let's get into Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm right at the top of the episode itself. It's part of history. Yeah, like Tuskegee, it's very much part of history, and you can't ignore it. And you know, let's use it. Let's find a way to tell that story. I like that idea. All right, so here I am. I'm starting it off with the Marvel logo. And while the Marvel logo's going on, I watched the Justice League, the Snyder cut, and finally, finally, I got something on the DC side where I can go to and go, that's pretty damn incredible. And normally Snyder kind of annoys me with his visuals and his melodrama and his Christ motif and everything. But when you stretch it out to like 4 hours, it kind of works. Global Repatriation Council. Wow. I just caught up with the WandaVision episode 4, where it was taking place outside of her, in the, and it begins with the reblip. What are they calling it? Not my captain. I hope this guy does something to actually make me like him. I don't want to go through the rest of this. Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. Oh, you didn't like the Snyder cut? I thought it was both literally and figuratively everything that was missing from the original Justice League movie. It's actually kind of how I think of DC Comics, the way that Snyder Cut looked and felt and moved. And it's very, very different than Marvel. And that's the biggest thing you got to overcome. You got to be different than Marvel and still be able to draw that audience. Bring you a little closer. Way too long. Flew by for me. Flew by for me, and I didn't regret a second of it. And don't go see Zemo. Don't go see Zemo alone. Don't there are some supervillains who just wait in prison for you to come talk to them, and Zemo is one of them. You know, Zemo, Lex Luthor, Hannibal Lecter. You don't go visit them. You don't go visit the Joker. You don't people. See, starting with the numbers. He started with the words again. The 17. Oh, oh, he's been broken of the words. Is that what they did in Wakanda? This is why you don't go see Zemo. Movie over here. Read the chat better. Here, I'll slide over. Okay. He is desperate. No! Don't break Zemo out of jail! No, no. Bucky, you're nuts. Have Oh, this is nuts. This is not a good idea. Oh no. He already broke him out. Somehow. He will kill you tonight. Kill him first. Fight breaks out. Oh. Bucky already did it, didn't he? This isn't a hypothetical. What the hell? He shouldn't have done it. Zemo is a. Yeah, don't let him talk. Don't let him talk. Oh, damn. Yeah, but come on, Sam. This is such a bad idea. Just such. The Zemo mask. Okay. So they're going to take their cues from Zemo. They're going to let him have his equipment. I think Zemo was rich in the comic books too. He goes back to a time when I was still reading comics. Zemo's a dick. And he's a dangerous dick. I think Zemo's Alfred. He is. Oh, he's trying to make amends. He did. He's out of line, but he's right. Zemo is classy. Yeah. Pirates is good. All right, so he's got to do his Winter Soldier thing. GRC resettlement camp. Yeah, I saw the WandaVision where people returned the reverse snap or whatever you want to call it. Neat effects. It was a very cool. This movement, though, this flag breakers movement, where they want things to go back to the way they were for the 5 years during the blip. That's like saying Thanos was right. Love these shows. Gives the characters more room to play in the movie. Zemo was yeah, Zemo was only there for 10 minutes, and he had just one good scene at the end. Everything else is a little bit mysterious. And I think there's a logic fault with Zemo's character in Captain America, and that is he shouldn't have known what he knew to start the mission. He knew what he was looking for, and he shouldn't have been able to know what he was looking for. Anyway, that's just my take on Civil War. Oh, that's good. That's good. You could you could pull that off. So Madripoor has a high town and a low town. Obviously, they're going to the low town. I want to see Anthony Mackie own the character of the Smiling Tiger. He's even got a bad nickname. Damn. Say this. Even when they go cheap, the show looks expensive. Yeah. Wow, look at that. Never a Cappy winner. Don't know much about Zemo, but love the show. Zemo goes way back. He popped up a lot in the '70s, and in more than just Captain America too. He was paying a lot of people's ass, and individually, not just not even after the Avengers got together. Just he'd pop up in other individual comics. Yeah, not cheap. 25 mil per episode, and finally we get the Cyberpunk game. I've been waiting for CG Project Red to get their shit together. Okay. Well, 25 million can make a movie, but it can't make a Marvel movie. They've been noticed. Sure shook your head no, Mackie. Yeah, 25 million per episode. I get it. It's but for 25 million you got to come up with an hour. Thought the mask was a little outdated. Suck it down, Mackie. Yeah, you're saying 150 million, but 150 million to produce 8 hours. New haircut. Yeah, Marvel 300 million to get a 2-hour movie. So it still looks it's still fucking expensive, man. And the other things I'm uh-oh. There you go. The thing I'm noticing, they're not reusing set pieces. They're not revisiting the same places over and over again. So when we say 25 mil, it's 25 million to come up with something new, you know. That's tight. It's hard to do. Expensive as shit. There. Good fight. Doing practical is a good idea. And on WandaVision too, I hear they've been doing a lot of the practical. Gotta fix this a little bit. Sorry. Sorry for the close up, people. This is Selby. Not a character I know. Tried to sell the Winter Soldier. Yeah, Luke tried to do this with his droids. I may watch the making of because I do enjoy what they've done. Okay, so she just gave up who they need. So who's the power broker? Madripoor is an X-Men reference. All right. Uh-oh. You might have to take that. This could be a problem. Sam. Okay. Well, where'd that come from? You have a real problem now. Oh, they pay it in Bitcoin? You want to take that deal, trust me. Sam can't run heels. All right, we getting the action piece for this episode in Cyberpunk 2029? Who? Oh, this episode written by a John Wick writer? I couldn't tell. She did, actually. Hey, we get to see Hightown. And I don't have to play the whole Cyberpunk game to get there. I shouldn't take shots at CDPR, but I was looking forward to the game, man. That's almost true. I don't know if it's half, but it's a lot. A lot of fake art out there. I'll throw out a big recommendation to anybody watching. If you ever see the Orson Welles pseudo documentary called F is for Fake, that'll blow your mind. Yeah, okay. Go with that. The new cap is awful. There we go. Character shift. Everybody's talking about the power broker. Am I going to recognize the power broker? Ah, don't tell me. I'll move you over here. He's right there. Why are you insulting him? He's right there. I don't know that his pitch was that good about her coming back to the states. I looks like she's living the life in Madripoor. Yeah, she doesn't see her family, but trust me, small price to pay. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, maybe I'll turn down the music just in case. Simo dancing. All right. He's in a shipping container. All right. Close the door, something happens, right? Okay. A secret passage. Lucifer season one. What about Lucifer season one? Looks like a lab, some serum. Wings missing, was in a container. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a secret door at the back of the shipping container. Good call, MR. Oh, giving him his propers now, calling him Baron Zemo. Better offer than what? Oh, don't start a fight. All right, kicking some ass, but be quiet. If somebody fires a gun, the game is up. Exactly. John Wick writer, you say? How could I possibly tell? That would be Isaiah's blood that he's talking about, isn't it? Because that wouldn't be Steve's. Oh, should have shot him in the foot. Oh, he was blipped. That's a good idea. It's a good explanation for. Zemo. You don't trust Zemo ever. Well, ow, ow. Take his gun. You're gonna need it. The action's pretty damn good. Ah, I knew it. can't fucking trust Zemo. And I'm kind of with him. I would have shot that guy too. But you can't trust Zemo. It wasn't part of the plan. Uh oh. Something's gonna explode. Yep. Boom. I like a good explosion. It was fine until you guys showed up. She had a perfectly good job, nice apartment. Oh shit, these two. Did Zemo just put on his mask? Oh. All right. Zemo in the mask. Ow. Damn, man. Why did it seem like just a ski mask? His mask is supposed to be a solid mask. It looked like he just. Oh, hello. I like the Camaro. Bitchin' Camaro. They did the scene again. You're not going to move your seat up, are you? Wait a minute. Who's she working with? Like an oversized turtle. Yeah, it's not supposed. It's supposed to be solid. At least that's how I always took it from the comic books. And also, did he just put it on to blow up the gas line and take out a couple of guys? I mean, that's baller. Don't get me wrong. But seemed like he took it off pretty quick and be like, "Yeah, surprise, it's me." I like this actress that's playing Carly too. Actually, I like a lot of almost all of the supporting characters are pretty excellent. This dude here too. Power Broker's gonna kill you. She was in Solo. I watched Solo, but I had a hard time looking at it, if you know what I mean. So I can't expect me to remember anything from that movie. Fuck this captain. I don't like the captain. I like the actor. Don't get me wrong, because I realize I've seen him in other stuff, but he's just not the right captain for me. But that's good for the show. The Creed had Solo. I like Bucky and Sam talking about the shield. Well, this has got to be pretty close to home for Zemo if he's heading back towards the Baltic. These are the super soldiers. I think he's chosen for that reason, but he could be a bit off. He's a bit. Yeah, I mean, she could blow the place. Is he conflicted about the collateral damage they're causing? Well, at least we're in a real city now. Riga, Latvia is actually a real place. Somebody he has to make amends with is here. I don't know if it's amends. I mean, can Bucky apologize? Who is that? All right. Somebody's leaving him trail of breadcrumbs, but for what and to where and who is it? Who dropped something? And I'm about, oh, I should have recognized the Wakandan technology. And I should have realized they were never going to let him take Zemo. I mean, Sam was right. They haven't forgotten. He's a king killer. And it doesn't even matter to them the rest of the shit he's done. He's a king killer. All right, is there anything after the credits on this one? Do I need to keep watching through? Maybe I'll just hit it on mute and keep watching. I do enjoy the credit sequence that they put together at the end of this one too. It tells a lot of the story. Yeah, if you're paying attention to it, it's giving away some clues, and I like it. So that was episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I'll be back next Sunday to do Sunday afternoon superheroes. Nope, what is nope? There might be a little bit of a lag, so I don't know what part you're responding to. Uh, but yeah, if you mean that they were never going to allow him to take Zemo anywhere, yeah, what the fuck? So that was such a bad idea. But I'm all about the bad ideas because bad ideas drive good television, and you can't put everything right at first. First, it's got to be a little bit broken so you can put it back together. And Wyatt Russell kind of looks weird. I've seen the pictures I always see with Wyatt Russell. He has a beard, or at least something on his face. Seeing a clean shaven Wyatt Russell as Captain America, oh God, it actually, ugh, it makes my skin crawl. Don't like it. Not my captain. Still not my captain because he hasn't done anything where I would go, okay, he's redeemed himself. I like his character. I don't. He's even a little bit of a dick. No, filmed in Georgia. That's what I said at the top of this. You'll never hear these people, Marvel actors, complaining about the voting laws in Georgia because they shoot in Georgia with a great big tax break. $150 million you're going to spend, you're going to get a lot of that back in Georgia. I'll see you next week, Melvin. Thanks for joining us. By the way, I'm a big fan of Jerry Lewis, and especially I don't even want to Melvin. You ever seen him do his Melvin bit? Melvin. Anyway, join me next week if you've made it this far into the video, either live or watching it later on. Give me a like, a comment, a subscription. I could use some subscribers. I'll be back to finish up the Winter Soldier series. See you next week, MR. Thank you. Your conversation keeps me going through this, so I appreciate it. And to everybody else who's going to watch it later on, thank you for finding me. Check out the other stuff on my channel because, oh, hey, shit, I got I got a lot of stuff, and it looks better than this. I'm just shooting this on my phone. But the other one I shoot with a slightly better camera, and we do some editing, and yeah, and they move a little bit faster. They're 10, 20 minutes long, and you've got plenty of time in your day to watch those. So come on over and hit subscribe, hit like, share this. I'll see you guys next week if I can figure out how to turn this off now. Oh, damn. Shit. See, this is nothing but professional work on this side. Orientation is locked. Rotate the device back. Okay, but how do I stop it? Do I just hit? Okay. Yes, I want to end streaming.